Business Paper 2 Structure. Crazy IGCSE. Welcome back to Crazy IGCSE. For those of you who are new to my channel, hi, this is Crazy IGCSE, where you can study 7 IGCSE subjects, which include business, economics, accounting, biology, physics, maths, ESL, past papers, exam tips, and paper structures. So here is IGCSE at your fingertips. Please do subscribe and like. Paper 1 structure was uploaded last Friday for business studies, so make sure to check that out as well, or you could click the card above. So paper 2 has two types of questions in the entire paper, which will only be 8 mark and 12 mark questions. And you will have to complete this paper within 1.5 hours. So you will have to make sure that your time management for each question is really good, or else you will not be able to complete the questions in time. Although paper 1 has only 2 mark, 4 mark, and 6 mark question, and that too has 1.5 hour for the paper. And now there are two types of 8 mark questions which can come. So here it is explained four reasons why government support business startups. So they have given you space to write the reason 1, reason 2, reason 3, and reason 4. So sometimes they will give you the method or the factor. So the points could be like to increase the competitiveness, to increase unemployment. So sometimes they will already give you those points. You will just have to explain them. But sometimes, like this question, they will give you space to write each method, and you will have to put those answers in here. So reason one, you could write to increase unemployment. So if there are more business startups, there will be more people needed to be recruited in the business. Thus, there will be increased unemployment in the country, which helps the government meet its macroeconomic aims. And whatever answer you're writing for paper two, it will be based on the case study which has been given to you. Now, in paper one, there were like small case studies for each question, but the paper two is a one full paper based on only one long case study. So you will get that insert paper which will have the whole case study. You will have to read that, underline the important points. So, example, if they say that they are planning for expansion. So underline that point. Maybe you could include that point and apply the case study into your answer. So that's going to be very helpful as you get marks for application as well. So if you don't use application in your answers, you will not get full 8 marks. So you will have to write a method or factor. You will have to write the advantage and disadvantage for each and explain each of it. Why have you chosen that point? And here they have been given four reasons to be written. So you could analyze and think like one reason could be for 2 marks. So the reason gets 1 mark to increase unemployment, and the explanation for it gets another point. Same way for all four um, reasons, and then 4 into 2 is equal to 8. So you will get 8 marks if you do it really well. Now coming to 12 mark questions. And as for 12 mark questions, you will have to consider the advantages, like for this question. You have to consider the advantage and disadvantage of the following three ways which J could use to increase efficiency of the business and recommend the best way to use and justify your answer. So for 12 mark questions, they will either give you the points, like here they've given you the points which could increase the efficiency of the business. So they've given you increasing the skills of existing employees, purchasing automated equipment, and introducing lean production. And the last part is for recommendation or a justification. So for 12 mark question, you will have to write an advantage and disadvantage for each method. So example, increasing the skills of existing employees. You could write that will increase the qualifications and the skills in the employee, that will increase efficiency, and that will also increase the output produced in the business. Although there will be increased training costs for the business, and that will increase the cash outflow. And whatever answer you're writing, try to include as many points as possible, but give advantage and disadvantage, and do not forget to apply your answer according to the case study given. Try to link your case study and the answer to get full marks. So here you're writing that, and make sure you do not exceed the lines which are given. So whenever you practice past papers, try and practice them in printed papers rather than writing it online or writing in a notebook. So that will give you an idea of how much you can write for each question. So in the recommendation part, you will have to write the impact of the particular efficiency technique you have chosen. Example, you chose purchasing automated equipment will maximize the efficiency in the business. So in the recommendation, you will have to show the impact of purchasing automated equipment. So that will increase the efficiency as there won't be many errors made, and you will have to write an appropriate justification for why you chose that and why you chose that over the other 2 points. And you shouldn't write the exact words you have written for purchasing automated equipment. For example, you wrote for purchasing automated equipment over here, you wrote that it increases efficiency, and it increases efficiency due to less errors. So make sure you do not write the same point, which is less errors, in your justification. So it should be a bit of a new point which is given, so that will give the examiner an idea that you have full knowledge of what you are writing and why you chose that. You're confident about the option you have chosen. So you need, at least even if you're writing the same, try to twist those advantages so that they don't seem like you have written the same. And if you have many points in your mind for the advantage or so that will make sure that you do not write the exact words. And also, if you have any points, then save those very good advantages for your justification part, which is the recommendation. And if whenever you're explaining that you have chosen purchasing automated equipment for so and so reason, then try and explain why introducing lean production and increasing the skills of the existing employees is not very effective. Try to compare each of them and explain so that is allowing the examiner to understand that there is clear understanding of the concepts and there is confidence in the option you've chosen. Now, it could be the option which you're choosing for recommendation could be up to the individual writing the answer. So one person could write increasing the skills is better, but if you're writing any point, give a suitable justification for why that is better. And now there are other type of 12-mark questions too. Oh, also for this 12-mark question, there are four parts which you have to complete. You have to complete for for this part, and this part. So you have four parts, right? And now this is total of 12 marks. So you should know 12 divided by 4 is equal to 3, which means you're getting 3 marks for this part for explaining the skills. 3 marks you're getting for purchasing automated equipment, 3 marks for lean production, and 3 marks for your recommendation part. Now, this question of 12 mark is a bit different. Now, they have told you consider the financial information in Appendix 1 and which company should ES take over. Justify your answer using the appropriate ratios. Now, in the case study, there will be particular appendix which have been given. They could be appendix 1, which is about the general idea of the business. Appendix 2, maybe the financial information of the business, and appendix 3, it could be based on what type of case study or what type of business you're talking about. Based on that, there could be different content in each of the appendix. So here they have told you check appendix 1. So in the case study, which we don't really have it right now, but in the case study which will be provided, there will be something in the appendix 1, and there will be particular ratios which have been given. Now in this question, you should also notice that there are only three parts to write. So you can see we have to compare the ratios for ABC company, FGH company, and go for the recommendation, and it's 12 marks. So there are three parts. 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4, which means 4 marks for each part of your answer. So you have to write enough content for getting 4 marks in each part and getting full 12 marks. So now in Appendix 1, example, they gave you the profit for ABC company, FGH company, and they have also given you the revenue too. So you know that you can calculate the profit margin using the ratios, and you should be able to calculate according to the information given in that appendix. They could also give you the capital employed, so then you'll be able to calculate the return on capital employed as well. So after you calculate each of the ratios, you need to calculate it over here itself. You'll have to calculate it over here itself in your answer to show them that you have worked out the each of the ratios. As it says, justify your answer according to the appropriate ratios, and then give justification whether ABC company is doing well, or FGH company is doing well, or which are having more costs or more cash inflow, cash outflow. Then also write the recommendation for which one you think the ES company should take over. So if ABC company is doing well, so if you want to say that ES is going to take over ABC company, in your recommendation you have to explain why they have chosen ABC company to take over, or why they will be taking over FGH company. So accordingly, for each of them, you will have to um, come up with a recommendation, and for each part, you will have to find the uh, answers or the appropriate ratio. So these are different type of questions which could come, and the marks for the amount of content you have to write for each question, you should be able to calculate it, because here there are three parts, so 12 marks, so 12 divided by 3, which is 4. So 4 marks per content, per part. So this is the end of our video. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more IGCSE content every Friday. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for new updates. And like the video too. Thank you.